This is such an interesting age because you're forming your opinions of yourself and you're looking at the world through this weird filter, and that filter is, constantly growing and becoming clearer.
The whole season should be about growth. I mean, really, like you develop a new friend group and then you learn hopefully to be respectful to your teammates and have some empathy, which is tough for a 12-year-old. But this group, they really cared about their teammates.
I've never had a team come together from day one like that. They just had a genuine joy for each other. And I think, Rachel and I knew we had a special team because that's not something that organically happens from day one. We had 160 kids try out last year. That's a lot of kids for 40 positions on a team.
All of them we picked because they had such an inner energy about them.
We met after the Sunday of the second tryouts at the end of it, and I wanted to do a team building. And in less than a minute, all of them were able to brainstorm and come up with, we want to go to Matt's Sweater. Rachel and I kind of looked at it and said, okay, that's interesting. And then, we've got pictures of them at ice cream afterwards, and they're all 10 of them together, and it's just like they've been together for 5 years. So they accomplished something at the beginning. It was more of, okay, can they get even better?
When they came into that first practice, they were so overwhelmed by all the things coming in and just timid, very scared, very slow to action. Not anywhere near where they needed to be. Really rough stone, and I was like, oh man, we got a lot of work to do. First practice I was there, it's really great with the girls. And even when they're having a hard day, I love coming up to them and just stopping it and just kind of hey, I've been here, it's okay, you'll get out of it, take a deep breath, we're here for fun.
And, through all the adversity, that made them so much better throughout the season. And in that last tournament, we knew they would make a deep run. And you get there and you're like, okay, what's going to happen? We have the first match at 9 a.m.
So I'm still working on it.
LMA probably improved in most of them. Everybody improved, but I think she may have improved the most of everybody. Worked really, really hard, took it very, very seriously. I think that, that's the kind of teammate you really want to have.
Elevate, 100% most improved. She was also one of those players that when everyone else was down, she was constantly cutting them up. And she just had that very calm sweetness about her, and she would get the other girls to be like, okay, we can do this. And she made all of her cheers. She was incredible that way.
I envision her as Senator LMA or Congresswoman LMA. She just has that way about her and confidence and leadership. You would see her come out or sub out, and she was like immediately saying positive things to everybody else, like high fives and stuff like that. And that's like her tone. The last thing I'm gonna say about her is she's driven. Like, I know she's extremely passionate and driven with it, and I would so much rather have a leader that's passionate than have one that isn't.
It's either Sissel or
Sissel is so funny. Like, she is an incredible athlete, but her personality didn't come out until probably the last half of the season, and she will prank you like you wouldn't believe. Like, you think, oh, it's like innocent Sissel, and she'll be like a little trickster, and she'll be like saying stuff about you. I'll be like, Sissel, where'd this come from? So she has like the sassiness to her that is just unexpected, but a lot of fun.
very sassy.
Her movement is good, her length is really good. She saw the play pretty well, but she really took to technical improvement, which was nice to see.
Sissel, as being one of our liberos, has a very important role. They kind of anchor that back row, which is really tough to do at 12s. And Sissel really took that on. I wanted her to be the fastest player on the court, and that's something her and I talked about almost every day the last month of the season, and I believe she found that. Her serving was amazing, watching her come across with it. Like, she has this, I don't know, confidence that she comes up with the serve, and it's like it's just fun watching her do that.
Joy.
Ashley is my joy. Like, she has the biggest smile always, and there's just something about that girl that makes me like so excited. Like, she gets excited, and I'm like, I'm excited too.
Everything improved with Hadley. She really made such strides. Like, one day, Hadley could serve the ball from the end line to the net, and then at the end of the season, she is just rocketing the ball.
Hadley is a lot of fun to coach. Her game face is like the smile. And even if something's not right, like you can see she's frustrated or inside herself a little bit, she's still the same smile. That's her default. That's how she gets her confidence and expresses it at the same time. Pressure is not a thing for her. Like, she does really well with that. You know, you look at Hadley, and it doesn't matter how you feel at the time. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go back at it. Next ball, you know, I'm happy, I'm ready to go and do this. And that's kind of the tone she set for the team the whole year.
If you can let it play, like, think about the
You can come back from the show. Yeah, this is Mariah. This is Mariah. She's Mariah. No, it's Mariah. No, she's Ice Queen. It's Mariah.
The biggest thing with Mariah is she's so smart. You have conversations with her and forget that she's 11 years old. Just her maturity was able to allow her to learn a lot more than most kids at this age. She has curiosity. You can tell that she's thinking the game through at a different level that maybe I get once every 5 years or something with a player with it because of that curiosity.
Oh, Mariah, like, she is our all-arounder. Like, she can literally crush every single position, and that's what we needed her to be, was an all-arounder. And she was the glue of the team.
She was our scoring machine. That's what she was. She was the first girl to go, I took something from practice right to a game. We were doing some baseline work, and it was left foot, right hand high, and she was the first one to do it in a game. And a scoring machine, like I said. She was reliable, which was awesome.
Tanishka is a gamer. I mean, if I had to describe her in one word, it's a game. This season was a lot about her being the master of the down ball. She really took that as owning that backcourt, not just from a defensive standpoint, from an offensive standpoint, which you don't see a lot at 12s in the backcourt.
I love her, like, just unironically, because we were talking to my mom, and she would ask me questions about, like, foreign policy in China, and she really wanted to know. She has, like, this depth to her that you wouldn't expect, and I feel like when you talk to her on a one-on-one level, she'll immediately take it to heart, and she'll immediately incorporate that.
And she's smart, and that's important when it's decision-making time. Who am I going to go to? And you were talking about, quiet kid that doesn't say very much, or the kid that's always expressive and bringing something a little bit extra to break the tie. She's smart enough. She's playing that, which is really, really great.
Brown eyes.
And that's Mira!
Emma took on a position that is the most difficult on the floor as a 12-year-old. And she really, really worked hard at it. And she got better and better and better, and her hand position improved so much, her strength of her hands improved, her footwork got better. I think there's really, really good things in her future.
Evelyn, oh my gosh, she was a clutch player. She came in times that we needed her most, and she made stuff happen. And she looked at me with those big brown eyes, and then she'd go and do this thing that I needed her to do.
Nothing can fluster her. Like, I knew in tryouts, she wanted to be a setter so much. She wanted to be good at that. In her mind, she'd set that as her goal, and she just enjoyed playing that position. And so we saw that, I think, throughout the whole season with her. And her confidence in her eyes, like, there was times that I'm talking with her that I couldn't tell whether if she was frustrated or if she was happy. Like, she was that ready for that next ball, that next moment. And she's now playing at that level with that confidence, with the game IQ that she needs to be successful. The biggest thing I love about Ashlyn is her calm under pressure. Ashlyn has a very level head, and she approaches it that way. And I think a lot of the other kids fed off from that because okay, she's always going to have her head on straight going forward. When she's serving, she's calm, but she's also putting an oomph into that serve that's so powerful. I really love her attacking. She was such a sponge because she learned to play the angles when she's swinging. She really tried each time to do that.
Oh my gosh, she inspired me so much, especially in the last match. She was going after that ball constantly. I think inspirational.
Determination. That's a good word for her, I think. And she got really, really good at serving, and she was one of those ones that improved a great deal. She was our ball control specialist. Mira was very protective of her role on the team, which is a good thing. But you don't expect that from a 12-year-old. You don't expect a 12-year-old to say, I do this out here, coach, and I do this, and I do that, and I don't want you changing that, which is interesting for a 12-year-old.
Mira, oh, beast. What a beast. She's just incredible. She's gonna go far, very far.
Every rep she took on the court meant something to her. She was able to develop that quickness, but at the same time slow that game down in her head when she's in back row, like a lot of liberos and DSs do that are older. Confidence is the word for her. You can tell in her eyes that she's confident. I just feel like there's a positive swagger that you have when you come on a court as an athlete, and she has that. But she also has the power, like she knows when to do things. This is one of the reasons why she was able to play front row and back row so well. And I absolutely love coaching her because she wants to get better.
Ice Queen.
I always call her quiet demeanor about her that kind of like freaks you out a little bit because ball on your face. And I loved about her at tryouts. Like she just had like this demeanor about her that was very different from all the other girls, and I was like, I love that.
Tatum challenged me. She wanted to be good. You could see she wanted to be good. You could see she wanted to be challenged, but I wasn't sure right away how to challenge her. And it took me a while to figure out that she needed more to do, not less to do.
Tatum was so determined to do well. She was so quick at the libero and de-expedition and back. She's very smart. She understands the court and the game. She's learned a lot with that. I didn't realize how much her jump serve had taken off. And I'm like watching her go on a streak of jump serves in that third set that was just like, oh my gosh.
It's so hard to stay on top of the world when the world keeps telling you you should be
Olivia was a general on the team. She knew the role she had to play. She knew the conversation she had. She knew where players were and to help them get in the right positions if they weren't in the right positions. Like, she clearly was studying the game with it. And I felt like her water boy because she exceeded every expectation that I think we had at that level, because she was able to be unselfish but also lead at the same time. And you know, just an amazing heart to wanting to be better and learn and be better too.
Tough little competitor. Plays hurt. I like that. And she found a way to just keep going and not make it a big thing.
Olivia, oh my gosh, she's gonna be the leader of a Fortune 500 company one day. Like, she had that intensity about her. After every point, like win or loss, she would like yank on her ponytail like that. It was just kind of like this outward expression of how she was feeling on the inside, like really tightening up. And I was like, you scare me a little bit. It's difficult to come that close and lose, but I really believe that it meant more to them that they lose that match than it did to the other team to win it. And I can't really describe how I feel about that or what that really means, but I think that they're going to carry that with them for a really long time. And I just want them to have the confidence to know that they can reach their goals. They can set their sights on anything and they can attain it. They just have to have tenacity and all the things that they showed through that tournament. But they have a soft strength about them that's going to carry them even farther.
Trust me, I wanted to win. I didn't want them to learn the loss lesson right there. I wanted to get the W and get out of it. But you'll learn much more from the loss than the win. The wins, I can remember them, but that's not what goes through my head. It's the experience more. Like, those are the things you really remember, especially when you get back with those teammates again and you laugh about it.
I really, really care about all of them, and if I'm being completely honest, they came into my life like when I really, really needed them, and like sit back and enjoy it. Like, these are like some of the best years of your life, and if you're never just gonna get it back.
I really hope they take a look at that and realize all season how hard they worked to get the opportunity to play as well as they did that day. And I think as coaches, the only feeling we have after that is, you know, can we have another 5 months, please? You know, like, you want more because you know the kids bought into the system. You know, they just love being out there, they love playing with each other, and we love coaching them.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Hold on,
Everybody say thanks to
Mr. King for doing that.